Oh, there's no elo here. Well, maybe someone can give me the information on the elo of the players here. But guys, we've got some good old Land Nomad here. 1v1 game from the submission channel in my Discord. People submitting their games, crazy strats, crazy games, crazy moments. We have Hasgard in the red. Hasgard's playing as the Khmer here. Hasgard is TC the North. Asgard did the right thing and TC'd almost immediately, which is what you want. And you want it on a woodline in an ideal world, which is the case. And wow, blue is on the other side of this woodline. So they have the whole map, and they end up in the same spot as each other. Red is coming home with this villager and also the cow, as you can see. Sorry, I zoomed in a little too far there. It made it awkward. But yeah, Straggler Trees and Dying to TCs is in the blue. Now, it's got a nice ring to it, but this tells me blue is very much part of the community. We talk about Straggler Trees a lot. I wouldn't have guessed that years back, but we definitely do. So let's see what blue can do with the Goths. Apparently the elo is about 900 or so. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Now blue is scouting with a cow and might get lucky, actually. It's important on this map to scout with what you can. And so blue's paying attention. Blue will realize the cow is gone and that the enemy might be up there. So I don't know. I'm not that great at percentages, but I would say from what you're looking at here, if blue were to wall red in, blue would have like 90% of the map secured. T90% of the map secured. Great start for red, though. Red with the faster town center will have more villagers. Also has tons of cows. Has stone over here. Has gold. And also has the wood, like I mentioned. I think all the additional cows is going to be a big, big thing here for red because red is kind of cramped in the long term. There's also a boar, if I didn't mention that already. Blue is bringing in a boar, and Goths kill boars a little bit faster. So that's always nice when you have a low amount of villagers. Red just forgot to make a house there temporarily. Blue did not forget to do that. So for that reason, blue now has the vill count, and blue is sending a villager over this way. Now, again, I think blue has an idea, but blue's just trying to scout, which is what you want to do. Sending a villager here to maybe get those cows would be good, too. And you can see red is also scouting with the cows. Or cow, I guess. See, is blue going to go to the right? Yep. Okay. Close TC Nomad game makes me question how I've ever found this game relaxing. Well, I feel like, you know, that fear that some of you may feel, or many of us felt when we first started playing the game, when you're venturing into the darkness. I think that fear exists more in a nomad setting because you don't have a scout. I don't feel it anymore, but I remember it was like freaky. The game's already so difficult and you're working on everything, but it's like freaky when you're running into the darkness, into the unknown. Fog of war anxiety. It's a real thing. Look it up. Okay, we've got a mill for Straggler Trees and Dying to TCs. And again, another villager heads to the side. Didn't really do a loop-de-loop. And now red has found blue's TC with the cow. Now, plot twist, this was actually the original cow that blue had used to scout, and he was trying to come home to his people. So the cow has made it home. It's a wonderful story. I think Disney's going to make a movie on it next year, at least so I've heard. Probably going to have, like, Chris Pratt do the cow's voice or something. But anyhow, blue places a mill over here for the deer. You know, you've got the cow. We'll see if the cow's going to be saved as a family pet. And now we've got another cow scouting. And now I think blue's suspicious. Blue's like, wait a second. You might not have known 100% before, but now another cow disappears. So now you've got to know your opponent's up there. And if you know your opponent's up there, you should wall. Yes. Also, speaking of walls, gotta love... I gotta love how there's like a little mill wall here. And it's a fast castle. It'll be Millwall FC. Everybody loves Millwall FC, or so I've heard across the pond. She's sacred. Should have picked Hindustanis. Right? I'm actually very curious if blue's going to eat the cow. Don't get your hopes up. I think the cow's going to die, and it's going to be a really sad finish. But yeah, again, you know, you've got food income for now for blue. Blue's also going to get more cows. And blue's going to wall him in. So this is like, this isn't Legend of Corner Boy. This is Legend of Trapped Boy, or like, I don't know. I'm going to get more creative with my titles as this game goes on. Now I need to know if red will understand the situation with the walls. Okay, red will actually be able to see the palisades here. So the worst thing that can happen to you on Nomad, besides like, you know, accidentally deleting all your villagers, is getting walled in. You do not want to get walled in. It is worth it for you to send a couple of villagers to contest this and fight this off. Because again, you've got limited resources. Now, what you could do is you could just let it happen, go to Castle Age, and immediately try and break out, but you just can't wait too long. Red showing no sign of reaction here, no sign that he or she is worried about this. And blue, did blue eat the holy cow? I can't really tell them apart. I think they ate the holy cow, so they just wrote off religion altogether. They're like, well, we ate one, might as well eat them all. And so, yeah, that cow's going to go down. Blue has done a good job scouting, though. And again, is going to find a few more cows for food. Also placed a mill here for the deer. Did, unfortunately, forget to build houses. And you can see the whole town is in on building that house. That's nice. So, guys, I have a strategy that I want to happen here that will most likely not happen. But if it does, I might scream. So I'm just going to warn you. If you look at red, red is on stone. Okay? And red... Oh, red can't see the wall. Excuse me. I was incorrect before. Red cannot see the wall. That must have been villager line of sight before. But if red goes for a ballista elephant... The ballista elephants can chop through trees. Now, obviously, you could just make anything and take out a palisade wall, but wouldn't it be really funny if he, like, cut through the wood line? That would be awesome. Farming now for red. Especially, you know, you break through, drop a castle on the opponent's town center, it could be strong. Lose so much more food, though. Look at this. We're going to look at resources collected. What? Not what I was expecting to see. I apologize. Never mind. However, you've got to think that once this is dropped off and this is dropped off, it's even with food, right? Surely it's going to even out. You also have these villagers with about 100 food combined. And now I look. Okay, so now that's close. But I was actually expecting blue to have a little bit more. Oh, look at red. Red was trying to click these villagers out here to go do something. And now cannot do so. But this could be a tower, actually. This could be intentional from red. Could be the reason why there were villagers on stone. Blue can see the villagers on the other side of the wall. And these villagers are just like, well, we can't do what we're supposed to do, so we might as well go home. And now red is going to try and go out the other way. Oh, that must be so disappointing. Now, red does have stone. Red, you just can't see the stone. It's underneath the TC. Again, if you're really desperate to get out, you could drop a tower and then break through with villagers. But whatever red wanted to do out there, red's not going to be able to do. So red just kind of gives up on it here. Blue is on stone as well, so we might see a castle from both players. The Goths cannot stonewall, however, so you won't be able to stonewall your opponent in here if you're blue, which is kind of a sad thing. That would be awesome. It'd be Legend of Wall style. Again, red just says, okay, well, we'll wait. Curious to see if red might want to make some scouts to attack the walls. Doesn't look like. I would save up for Castle Age personally. You've already scouted everything you can. And, oh, whoa, look at this. Blue opens up the walls, which red cannot see. Is looking for the tower somewhere on the page, probably. And is going to tower there. Now, guys, this is quite possibly the worst tower position that blue could have chose. But I don't know if red knows that. Like, you place it here, it's awesome, because you can wall it in, and then it's very hard for your opponent to take any wood. And that's, like, I don't want to say game ending, but that's an amazing tower spot. To be fair to blue, blue didn't know that red had chopped through so many trees. Okay, but now red places a tower, seeing this because it's right next to the house. And so my tip to anyone who's going to do a counter tower is you build the tower and then you send 2 to 3 villagers to attack the opponent's tower. So you garrison with 5, 2 to 3 to attack it. It's easy. That tower is actually 97%. Blue now makes a gate. Blue now makes an archer range. And blue's not going Castle Age anytime soon. Blue is super focused on keeping his opponent trapped in here. The gate is an interesting idea, right? Because it's like, I can go into your base, you can come into my base. A red clicks up to Castle Age. All right, and this guy's just holding the gate open. Hodor. Blue going to place a tower. Yep, villagers rushing towers is not something that players are very familiar with at lower elo. Villagers do have bonus attack against towers, FYI. But yes, you also could make a counter tower. Red is definitely sending a lot to stop this, but red's going to get the job done at least. 33 villagers versus 25. Let's see, will blue run away? No, blue garrisons. Red can garrison. Okay. All right. Interesting game. Again, blue's got the whole map available. But will lose this tower war and will probably need to give up on the dream of keeping his opponent walled in, right? Because there's a gap here then. Red could always run out of there. But what is interesting is throughout all this, red did pull all the villagers off of stone. So red won't be able to drop a castle. Blue trapped one of their own villagers there. Loses that villager. Total KD is 0 to 2 right now, which tells me that I missed blue losing a villager to a boar. I wonder why people call me T90 blind with that. But to be honest, I was focused on the right things in this game, all right? I can't miss too much. I can honestly just do this, and that's the rest of the game, I think. I don't know if we're going to see much expanding. All right, so red makes knights. Makes sense. Blue's making another layer of walls over here. Also makes sense. Again, red is running on limited resources. There's 1 gold area and 1 stone area. That's it. Also, red has, I think, misclicked the tower onto the palisade wall. Is it going to take out all the other palisades now, too? Sometimes the buildings will do that. Please no. Okay, he's going for the tower now, right? Okay. Whoa, blue goes extra palisades. Blue's going to go extra palisades. Let's go! Wall it up! Wall it up! Oh. Blue's desperate to keep red penned in here. And it's the perfect thought process, too. Red just says, okay, I'm going to make some houses here. From red's perspective, all red sees is more walls going up everywhere. Red is still not on stone, so they're not able to drop a castle, but it's possible these villagers go back to stone. What makes this so messy is that blue isn't on the way to Castle Age yet, and Castle Age is a long upgrade, so blue's going to drop a market here. But being a couple hundred food away from being able to click up to the next stage, I think blue's just going to buy it. This is like one of the worst civs to ever try and wall someone in with because they don't get stone walls. See red still making knights. Got plenty of knights, but everywhere red looks, there's just more and more walls. Does have 1 on stone now. And you know from red's perspective, he's just like, I got it, I need more. I haven't broken through yet. Get more troops. Break through the wall. You know. Oh, eco upgrades from either player, and now the knights are really starting to break through quickly here. Blue might need to pull more villagers. Houses obviously have a bit more to them, so houses are smart as well. More villagers on stone for red now. Red realizes this is not enough. Oh, it's going to be a race to the castle, isn't it? Because that's what blue is saving for. More houses from Straggler Tree. Now, obviously, blue's just going to drop the castle right here. Look at red. Selling food. Buying stone. Can red fit a castle here? Oh, man, this is... Oh, this is so close. Don't look away, people. Don't fall asleep now. And if you're dozing off, think deep. No. No, watch the game. Let's go. More houses, more panicking. We got Spearman now from blue because blue's like, oh, God, he might actually break in. Come on, red, let's go. You've got enough for the castle. Go, 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 go. Castle can fit. Here come the villagers. Oh, it would be so epic if blue deletes these farms and places the castle right next to that castle. I mean, I guess blue... Yeah, if blue were to do that, red wouldn't really be able to do too much. Okay, here we go. Blue can see that. Red can only fit so many villagers there. First thing blue does is click pikemen in case the knights break out. And now blue says, I'm going to drop a castle here. And says, nah, actually, I don't want to do that. Where are we going to place it? Okay, we're going to place it one tile further forward. So this does still keep red trapped in a bit, right? This area here could be broken down, but red would have to do it soon. Obviously, some villagers go down to the castle. That's not great for blue. Great job from red. Guys, I'm going to be so sad if red doesn't make a ballista elephant. Tell me red knows. Tell me red knows that ballistas can cut through trees. It's very likely red does not know this. There's 900 elo. There's 42 civilizations in the game. If he made a ballista elephant, he could shoot down the trees and he could break out of here. Now, if he breaks out of here, he could obviously have some problems with knights because blue's got the pikemen. Oh, man. I don't think he knows. Now, research Bodcanero, which... is this... I believe this is salt from red. Red does not seem to be very happy right now. It could be one of two things. Red is upset that... he's upset that he doesn't know what ballista elephants do, or he's upset he's been walled in. He is not happy, even though this castle with Bodcanero is killing all these villagers. Blue's still stubbornly trying to take this wood line. That is French salt. French salt. French salt, my favorite. And look at blue. Blue's like patrolling this area with pikemen. Red still can't seem to break out, but I mean, red still got a chance. Red still got a chance. Oh, I've just got the translation, and it makes this game so much more fun. Blue, can you move your wood line, please? My word, the Bodcanero is the most valuable upgrade Red's ever got, and Red's making a ballista elephant. He's making a ballista elephant. Now, there's a lot of houses here. The breakthrough would have to come over here. Now, he might have just made one because he thinks it's good against pikemen. Does he actually know to click the trees with it? He's clicked the house with it. Okay, blue's making a run for it. Blue's going to drop a town center here. Blue will still have to pay very close attention to this. Red cannot believe he's been walled in. And red will, I think, try and drop another castle, which again confirms my stance that I don't think red knows ballista elephants cut through trees. Blue has villagers on gold. Blue's got piking, but blue does not have food economy. Not a lot of it anyways. Blue won't even be able to make many more pikemen. Red, though, is soon out of resources, and red is going to drop a castle here. I got the translation. Apparently, that meant son of a bee, basically, in French. I feel like my favorite part, though, is just him saying, really? There's something funny about, really? Like, is this actually happening? Is this, are you doing this to me? Really? Probably felt a little flexed on, but I think red's going to make this happen. Blue was so fixated on the situation with the walls, kind of forgot about the eco here. I mean, this castle killed 16 villagers, guys. If those 16 villagers were alive, blue would have to lead. It'd be a very different game. Castle goes up. Now he's got to slowly shoot down all the walls. This castle is just still running into this castle. It is actually slowly shooting down this wall. Red is going to escape. Jailbreak 33-minute jailbreak. Red has not seen the rest of the map except for that one villager. And here goes Red now. Took Red a long time. Still making some ballistas, by the way. Now, let me ask you this, people who understand what Red said. Was it like... So, for example, like if I were to be like, son of a gun, you really got me there. That's not like, you know, anger directed towards someone. Was the tone and the wording that was used there by Red meant directed towards Blue? If that was, that's unfortunate because this is such a great game. But hopefully, you know, if Red gets to think about it, he's like, nah, man, I was just really frustrated. Not that being frustrated necessarily makes that okay. It was quite vulgar. Okay, well, guess what? He better pull out his swearing thesaurus and think of some other way to express his frustration because he just lost some knights to some pikemen. Blue's got a chance here. Blue making some houses around the gold miners, worried that they're exposed. Remember, these were the guys that escaped. Now, if this game was realistic, if they died, they might not be able to pass the information along to their teammates. And they might never know there's a hole in the wall. Oh my god, Blue, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, win or lose, Blue's a legend. Blue's a legend. Blue says, all right, the initial wall has failed. We will stay true to our strategy, and we will try this again. Also, Red's units got stuck there. That was funny. Let me rewind. I was distracted by the giant blue line on my screen. Yeah, Red doesn't know about the ballistas. But guys, Dots don't get stone walls, and Blue says, all right, whatever, we're going to wall it up anyways, and places this massive backup wall, which will probably take the whole game to complete, to be honest. Wow. Red was mad, all right. I was hesitant to send it because of the text, but it's French, so I figured most wouldn't get it. Gotcha. Well, it's not the worst I've uploaded. I don't like to... I'm not going to sit here and say that's okay. But I'm glad that it subsided. There's these players' focus, but... Man, oh man, I have to give credit to Red. Red is finally broken out. Without knowing how the ballista elephants operate with the trees, Red is free. And again, this castle from Blue will eventually go down. It's almost halfway down because of the Bodcanero upgrade. Sorry, I don't know how long I had the bottom left stats on the other part of the screen, but we've got stone now for Blue. And Blue can see all this, right? So Blue's really concerned. And Blue is going to drop a castle here. And Red, who's almost out of gold, is going to drop a town center there, which Blue will obviously see. Red's perspective's cracking me up. Again, he saw the town center, he saw the villas, that's it. He doesn't really have any other intel, so he's like, where are those villagers? Where on earth are those villagers? Now, you can't see someone's wall foundations. You can only see, you know, the walls if they placed it. Oh, God. Please tell me he's not going to find this. Oh, Blue. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, rip-a-roni to these vills. They also all have gold in their hands, too. Ugh. At least drop the gold off before you die, people. Well, I think we have to be fair here and say that Blue's got to stop that. I think Blue got so focused on the cows or maybe this opening here that Blue just forgot about that unit. Anyways, is making Huskarls now. Again, Blue can see that his opponent has a TC here. Red is still kind of cramped. Let's see how the Huskarls and the Pikemen do against ballistas. Blue has lost so many villagers, and Blue is scared to take the fights. I mean, I get it, because ballistas are pretty decent against infantry, but also, I feel like you've got to do it if they're going to ransack your economy more. Crazy to think how different this game would have been if Blue had placed the first tower on Red's wood line. Yeah, honestly, I think the game ends if that tower was placed there. So, of course, we don't exactly know. Okay, so market from Blue. Blue is selling the world in order to buy stone for another castle because Blue can see all the farming eco from Red. Here comes the infantry against the ballistas. Again, these ballistas are sick. The KD for red, it as a whole is sick. And oh god, blue is placing it here. I see. Well, that's not good. I know allows red to secure that eco. Blue, of course, maybe doesn't realize how many villagers were lost in this game. But losing 30 villagers and killing 0 sets him back 30 exactly. And so, ideally, I think there would be some form of an aggressive castle, but you never know with the Goths. This elo's around 900 elo, from what I've been told. And obviously, Huskarls, are they anti-archer? These things are more like scorpions. But Huskarls also are fairly decent against scorpions, believe it or not, for being infantry, but Castle Age Ballista Elephants have 10 attack now. They used to only have 8. I talked about it in a recent video. I think Ballista Elephants are actually really strong. I think people should make them more frequently. And blue, I guess the wall will never be finished. Can blue win this game? Sad, obviously, for blue that the initial wall didn't work. Sad for blue that, as we see these random cows walking around the map. Sad for blue that he can't seem to stop the ballistas. But he is Goths. He's got double castle. And he can see red's economy. Dang. No one at 900 elo walls half the map. Well, no one does here either. So, that didn't happen. So that was the original plan. Though I think you could question the plan with palisade walls. Got a boar being brought in for food by one Vil? Blue! That must be a misclick. He probably tried to click the villager to a farm. Oh god, another villager has died. Well, that's not so good. And we have red on the way to the Imperial Age, and I think red, who was broken out, who was not so happy about being walled in, might be able to do this one. 81 villagers versus 49, guys. And again, blue just lost too many villagers. I think the villagers on the gold were avoidable, and I think the villagers on the wood line were also avoidable. But maybe blue just didn't hear it. Blue didn't realize how bad it was, and blue was obviously fixated on the walling. Red still hasn't seen a lot in this game. Like, look at this. Most of the map hasn't been taken, of course, but red is, like, jumbled up into the corner, but man, can he boom. Ballista Elephants and Knights, more Ballista Elephants and more Knights. The production's been consistent. Isn't the Scorpion supposed to hit the trees here if it's passing? I guess it could be the path it's taking. Or maybe it doesn't cut when it's right next to the elephant. I think it might cut when it's further away, but sometimes you will get some, like, splash cutting. Blue, trying to catch up on economy now, right? So, like, adding villagers out of the TCs. And not able to add military, but truly just not able to sense how far behind blue really is at this point. Stagger trees and dying to TCs almost had it. I think the initial tower placement was rough. And then red was able to get the counter towers down and then just boom like crazy with the Khmer ever since. Also, one eco upgrade in this age. You've got... Actually, that's not a correct statement. Because you have handcart and whatnot. But as far as the wooden farm upgrades, it only has the wood upgrade. Deep Blue continues to fight here. What was a unique start. Red instantly makes some trebuchets. Red up to 83 villagers. Blue says, well, gotta make some pikemen now. Gotta try something. Not sure what to do. You hear this? That's a capture age bug. Anytime there's scorpions or onagers, that happens in the left corner. And, okay, so seeing as this is a wreck, and blue isn't going to resign here, I think just to save everyone a little bit of time. I mean, this could be the most miraculous comeback ever, and then I'll slow it down, but I'm just going to speed up a little bit. Blue is maybe saving up for the Imperial Age at the moment, or Anarchy or something, but red's got so much army, so many upgrades, and there's just not going to be any chance for blue. What a great game, though. That was really fun. Super winnable for blue based on the start. But also very aggressive nature from red to break out. And the the strategy, if he wasn't going to break out in Feudal Age, was correct to drop the castle. And he did that on both sides. There goes blue on the way to the Imperial Age now. But again, 65 villagers versus 85. Still feels like there's no chance. And then blue taps out. I don't know who submitted this one. My guess originally, when I saw the submission and I saw the name, was that blue would have submitted this one. Many people submit their wins, but blue might have submitted the loss here. Either way, really fun game. And it was like the unintentional corner boy, you know? Some players choose to go to the corner. Other players get trapped in the corner. And Red was able to find his way out. Obviously, a little unfortunate we did have the chatter in the middle of the game, but we are pretty well off as far as that's concerned in our community. And obviously, there's a lot worse out there in other gaming communities, so I still think it was a pretty good game. That said, Red, you know, just take a deep breath, man. You're a good player. You're good. Don't let your frustration get the best of you next time. Economically, because blue lost at one point, like a third of the economy, you could see red was way ahead. More wood, more food, more stone, or sorry, more gold, and then didn't actually have a lot of extra access to stone. The KD was also a stomp, 54-11. But I want more games like that. So if anyone ever plays Land Nomad or finds themselves in any position on any map where they could wall somebody in, you probably know the Legend of Wall from 2 years ago. I'm still trying to pay attention to that guy. Absolutely love to see people walling in other people or like sectioning off their bases or the Onion strategy. Those are just games that I rewatch from time to time because they're so freaking good. So if you've got them, check the Discord, submit them. It should be fun for us to watch.